it was pointed out in the comments for the last video where I defined this insertion sort that I didn't necessarily have to do this break. The logic, and this is one of those examples that sometimes when you just program something in the way that it, at least your brain is thinking about it, you don't always do it in maybe the most elegant way. And that commenter was right. There was actually a slightly more, or actually maybe a lot more elegant way to actually do this insertion sort. So over here, if we go into the while loop, I have this while loop happening while I is greater than or equal to 0. But then I want it essentially to break out of that while loop if our value of variable, if the variable value is not less than list the ith element in list. So one way to do this, because really I'm just defining the parameters on when to do this while loop. Instead of doing this if 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 the value is less than the ith element, do this and otherwise break. What I could have done, and this would have actually been a more elegant way to do this, while I is greater than or equal to 0, and and value is less than the ith element in list. So now this is still the same as before, but now I know that value is less than the ith element of the list, so I will execute this code over here. So I know that this is going to be true. I know that this is going to be true, and I can let me take all of these one level back. And then I don't have to do an else, and I don't have to break out of the loop anymore. And so that should simplify the program a good bit. But let's verify for ourselves that this actually works. So let me save it, and then let me run it. It looks like it's so. Let me define a list. So let me call it. I'll just call it C is equal to 1, 1, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 14, and 2. So let's just define that, and let's try our insertion sort. Insertion sort on C. Let's see what we get. So let's see. Let's print C now. And there you go. It sorted it. So thank you for the comment. I think this does simplify it a little bit, and it shows you don't. It's sometimes you always have to question, especially if you have a while statement of, is there a better way instead of using the break? Because that's essentially I'm putting a condition on a reason to break out of the while loop. But why don't I implicitly just put it up here?